as The Journal. Thank you for streaming audio-visually with us on our Facebook page. The creative industry has never been more competitive. Today, young artists are expected to be talented, visible, and constantly relevant, all while staying true to who they truly are. In the world where social media and artificial intelligence are changing how art is created and consumed, the pressure to succeed can be overwhelming. These are some of the themes explored on the list. Right. This is a Broadway National School of Arts Way, a new South African musical that is co-created by acclaimed creative director and National School of Arts alumni Khaya Ndlovu Mphele, I beg your pardon. And we're going to talk about the return of this particular initiative, as it were. And guess what? Kaya's on the line with me so that we can get an understanding. Thank you for your time, Khaya. Welcome to Channel Africa.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. The title on the list immediately raises the question of who gets chosen and who gets left behind. Tell us more.
Well, the production on the list is I'm in great collaboration with NSA, as I'm the co-founder of K Movement. And within that K Movement family, I have my co-director, Kensiwe Shabalala, Tsepang Dean, Zolane Shangazi, and Iti Chulani, who have come together, and Mo Matsinyane have come together to work on this production on the list. And on the list is based on resilience, hope, authenticity, and moral standing of one's artistic integrity compared to the capitalism demand.
Let's talk about your hopes for this particular production, because as you noted, it sounds like it's quite a significant one, especially where the discourse is going now in the artistic space. What are you hoping this production sparks, in terms of conversations around success, opportunity, and recognition in the creative arts?
Number one, this production is a love letter to South Africans and to Africa itself, to remind them that we are valued, our stories are valuable, and our kids need to hear our stories from us. And what we want these audience members to take away is that you have a place in life, but you need to start validating yourself. You need to start looking within and seeing that I'm enough, and what I give is good enough for where in the season that is required. And we hope also that people really look into themselves and see that unity is the best thing we need as Africans. Because in the show, we really focus on, it's a show within a show, and we really focus on one director, Nina, a female African director who wants to explore and make a musical that is African-centered. And she goes through the challenges of starting together, but then through being challenged artistically, being challenged financially, she starts to really push away the people that hold the fort for her. And realizing that the more she lost those kind of support structures, the more she lost that artistic integrity and value of keeping the unity together. And that didn't even affect her, but it affected everyone else around her. So we want to also show to people that having a united front is what really sustains us as people, us in terms of our moral standing, and us in terms of just changing the perspective of artistry and humanity of Africans.
Right. I want to take you back to your years at NSA. You are, of course, a 2009 alumni, and you're going back. And I would imagine this being a full circle moment for you. Let's talk about, because I would imagine that a school, especially a school like the National School of Arts, has really shaped how you think, how you perceive the artistic space, how you perceive your own expression, and how you will mentor the next generation of performers. Talk to us about how the school has shaped you, because I think there's been a big misconception from people on the outside that, NSA is like a remedial space for autistic children. It is a fully academic school, but there's also the arts that you need to pay attention to. Tell us about your journey there.
Oh, guys, it's an honor to go back home. There's nothing like pouring back to the institution that really raised you. And there's something different about NSA. NSA is a school of excellence. And those kids that choose to go to NSA are kids that know what they want and are clear with what they want to do and achieve it. The beauty of NSA is they teach us how to balance the academic thing in life, so any economical structure in life, but seeing how we can impart the gift that we have within that economical structure. So really going back to NSA was a full circle moment for me, because it was the same place that made me fall in love with storytelling, movement, and creativity. It really shaped me as an individual, because coming from a normal governmental primary school and then coming to this world where you see artistic expression being accepted on kids and teachers allowing us to have a voice, it really showed that, oh, so we don't have to be quiet because we're kids. We need to speak up. And NSA really pushes that it's not about your age, it's how you deliver yourself. Do you deliver yourself with integrity, with discipline, and with excellence? Because that is what NSA really instilled in me. And I really focused on dance. I was a dance major in NSA, and I'm really thankful that I left a legacy when I was in that high school era, where I was a top achiever, and to come back and impart really the knowledge that I have in the industry to these kids. It's a really touching moment, because ideally what I really want these kids to take away is that, number one, you're valued, but also number two, you don't have to always spread yourself in every platform that offers opportunity, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be in the long game. So going back is it's a touching moment and it's an honor, and I thank Brenda for really bringing me back to the school.
All right. On the line with me is Khaya, an NSA class of 2009 alumni and founder and creative director of K Movement. And we're talking about On the List and mentoring the next superstars. Stay with us.
This is the Chart Toppers on Channel Africa.
Let's welcome Bien. So you recently named Basketball Africa League ambassador for season 6.
The Basketball Africa League was looking for an ambassador, and turns out that I am the best artist hooper in the continent, I dare say.
Hani Marco 5, let's welcome him.
But you know, in Zambia, when we join the live, there's one thing we have to do. You have to do it with me. We have to raise up. All right, man. Tao, Channel Africa, let's go. Raise up, guys. Let's raise up.
Raise up! Be hanging out with DJ Zinhle. Which song is the number one?
Yeah! This is the first time it's been number one. Thank you so much.
Can you kindly introduce the song for us that's at number one?
Okay, sitting at number one is a new one from DJ Zinhle to my new wife, DJ and Pamsonko Baba Ilwa.
The Weekend Vibe. Africa's hottest hits on Africa Chart Toppers. Saturdays, 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time. What happened and what it means. The Journal with Matseko Musito, 9 till 12 p.m. Central African Time on Channel Africa.
22 minutes into 9 a.m. in Central African Time. On the line with Khaya Ndlovu Mphele, who is an NSA 2009, class of 2009 at, of course, the National School of Arts, and founder and creative director of K Movement. We're speaking about On the List, and this is just a great Broadway production that she's put together with her partners to really co-create a great space for us to have conversations on success and shaping the next generation of performance. Khaya, talk to us about who you've worked with. I heard you mention Neo Matsunyane. Who's part of making On the List a success?
All right. So I'll take it from the top. We have our head writer, Umomo Matsinyane. Then we have two musical directors being Uzolani Shangazi, Notsapang Dean. And then the co-directors being myself and Kinsiwe Shabalala. And then lastly, our production coordinator being Itu Chilwani. That is our creative team that is making On the List at the Lesedi Theatre.
Okay. And then how do you hope that this Broadway production will mentor and create opportunities for the next generation of performers?
The beautiful part is that our relationship with NSA, it just doesn't stop with the show itself. This production is an ongoing show that we want to do for the following years, so that the school has something that is relatable to the audience, but also trains the kids to work towards something. This will be the first time that they can work with outside artists who are still in the industry and growing these young people to understand the demand. So we call this production for the kids their intern process to success, to understand how to conduct themselves in a high stressed environment, especially when you're working in short amount of times, having all departments requiring excellence from all these actors. So this production is going to be running for a very long time until K movement is under 6 feet under the ground.
6 feet, Mama, 6 feet. Okay, let's talk about just, I mean, we live in a different time. I mean, 2009 is completely different to what is happening in the year 2026 in terms of what is expected of an artist. We're seeing a lot of pressure, to be on trend, a lot of pressure to be relevant and to be visible. So, in your view, what does it take to actually build a career that is not only successful but also, sincere to who you are and how you want to craft a way forward?
You touched on something very big. Back in 2009, we didn't have the pressures of social media. We didn't have that pressure when to be young to make 1 million when you're 16, still discovering yourself, and seeing that pressure on the kids it's really challenged their identity in life and how they validate themselves. So what I would like to share in terms of how we've mentored these kids and to really grow their success, but also mainly sustain the success. Because what's happening with them in this time right now is the sustainability is not the forefront. It's more of get to the goal. How you get there, we don't care, but get there. And that's where the artistic integrity and value gets lost in the process. And what I have to share and what I'm also imparting in my life is that, number one, as a young artist, you can be great and talented, but work in your seasons. So if you're in high school and you're at NSA and you're in any artistic platform, work on making sure that you have both sides of the table really catered for your academic, because you're living in a time that still needs social economical impact, and your skill can add value, but without understanding the environment you're in, your skill will it's like in a pot with holes. It will just go away and be left in an environment that still needs value to pour into the soil. So, and also on top of that is that not every opportunity you need to take. You don't need to take every opportunity that's given to you. Sometimes you need to preserve yourself, because the more people see you, the tired people get with you. But the more you preserve your talent and give yourself time to really reflect of, oh, okay, maybe I did a big musical when I was young here, but now I need to focus on my school. I need to focus on myself and my health. By preserving yourself, you know how to sustain yourself. And that's what I did in my career, is that I've worked with the greatest of the greatest, being Janice Hanneman, who I work with recently now because I'm her head choreographer for pantomime, James Ndlovu, who gave me an opportunity to work at Joburg Theatre, Mamela Nyamza, where I am her performer, Dada Masilo, the late Dada Masilo, may her soul rest in peace, where she taught me the integrity of how to handle yourself, an artist, in a place that's demanding in her success, how to communicate in interviews. So platforms are great, but not every platform you need to take. Please, and also apply yourself economically and understand what the country needs, because that's how you will sustain your skill.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm really happy that you were able to be surrounded by such big, people that have really done such amazing things. I mean, James Ngobo, Janice Hanneman, really amazing. Of course, great dancer, the meerkat, as we always used to call her. Dada was just absolutely amazing. But let's talk about theatre. I think that's another very important one, because isn't that where great artists are shaped? On the theatre stage, because it really teaches an artist so many things, including just coming to the space with energy, and having respect for the stage and having respect for the craft. where is the place of theatre in this day and age? Because that is a great training ground for any artist.
Theatre is still thriving. Theatre is needed in the society because there's nothing like live theatre. As much as we're living in a whole AI, technologically driven world, people still need to connect. And that's the beauty of theatre. From an audience perspective, it allows you to see yourself in a very relaxed environment than in a high stress environment, because all we see on TV is breaking news, sex sells, and beyond drugs and alcohol. But in theatre, it talks about issues that everyone goes through economically, socially, in every emotionally, psychologically. It really touches on things that, and it actually, I call theatre it's a therapy room for everyone. Because not everyone wants to go to therapy, but theatre becomes the therapy place for people, even for artists themselves. Theatre is thriving, if I could tell you, from the young artists that I've been watching their shows, it is growing immensely. Theatre is giving opportunities, young directors, young writers, young performers to really showcase works a bit more. Theatre also shows you that risk-taking is what's needed to get excellence. You don't have many takes. Like in TV, you have 15 shots to get the perfect shot. Theatre doesn't believe in perfection. It believes in imperfection. And as your imperfection is accepted, your perfection will start to grow, because then you start to realize that, oh, so mistakes are okay. But stopping is a failure to a theatre artist, because it means that you've given up on yourself.
All
so
right.
I find theatre, sorry, yes.
No, not a problem at all. So, as I understand it, unfortunately, we've run out of time. On the list, Broadway, the NSA Way is a vibrant South African musical, and we understand that it's going to be on the Lesedi stage. That's at Joburg Theatre, 6th to the 9th of August, correct?
Yes, correct.
So it starts today. Okay, it starts today. Where can we get tickets, Khaya?
Please book on web tickets,
Okay.
and just write on the list, and you will get your information.
All right. Absolutely amazing. Khaya, thank you very much for sharing your insights with us. Really appreciate it. And all the best for On the List, which is a Broadway production, of course. Broadway the NSA Way is what it's known as. So check it out at the Lesedi stage at the Joburg Theatre, 6th, that's today, until the 9th of August 2026. 9:31, Figileli Ngwati is now standing by with the latest in sports.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African Perspective.
Good morning, Mateko. Let's start off with football news this hour. The chairperson of the South African Football Association SAFA Governance Committee, Dr. Vita Mukhajani, says they will be announcing the names of the eligible and approved candidates to contest the SAFA elections on the 28th of this month. These elections will see delegates from the 52 regions, 11 associate members, and the special member, the National Soccer League, the NSL, voting the new SAFA leadership on the 12th of next month. Mukhajane has more on the processes that will follow.
We are receiving these files in order for us to be able to go through them in terms of the Article 50. Our rules are there to advise SAFA